What Would You Make? Hosted by OK at Home DIY, Marsha's Mush and Stuff, and guest host Sandy Lumbermill DIY. Links to their channels and the playlist are in the description box. I'm starting with a 7x7 wood round I found at Walmart, tumbling tower blocks, bead stickers, and ivory chalk paint I found at Walmart as well. I'm going to remove the sticker from my wood round, and I already sanded around the perimeter. And then I'm going to add a bit of the ivory chalk paint to my little bead stickers and then move on to painting my wood round. I'm not looking for full coverage for the wood round and the tumbling tower blocks, just a pretty good amount of coverage with just a little bit of the wood peeking through. Let the ivory paint dry, I move on to using a matte khaki from Apple Barrel with a chip brush to apply just a light distressing to the wood round and the tumbling tower blocks. I don't want to go super heavy because I want this piece to end up with a shabby chic French country type feel. I use Gorilla Wood Glue to attach my tower block pieces together. And initially I was going to have 4 legs on this stool, but then I changed my mind and I made it only 3. With my glue setting, I went ahead and got my transfers so that I could cut them out and place them around the top of the wood round. This is such a pretty transfer sheet. I think this will look really nice on this little stool riser. DollarTree has done a really great job with the stickers and transfers they've been putting out lately. They're just so beautiful. Then I moved on to removing the backing on the transfers so that I could apply them. And a few of the pieces I did end up shifting around to some other spots so they just looked more pleasing to the eye. Some of my most favorite DIYs to make are woodworking projects. I really hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoy this type of content. The portion with the super tiny script gave me the most trouble, and I was really worried that it would not come off altogether, but it looks really nice. Then I moved on to the legs and adding the bead stickers to the joints in these tower block legs. Since I don't have tiny spindles to add as legs to the stool, I'm using this clear grip Gorilla Glue so that the bead stickers stay on permanently and add just a little interest to the plain tower block legs. I coat all of my wood pieces in gloss Mod Podge to seal everything in. And then I forgot my craft sticks and ivory paint to use as the connectors for the legs on the stool. And here I'm just measuring out where I need to cut, and then I glue my legs down and attach my little connector braces to give a finished look to the stool. So after I made my cuts, I used a combination of the Gorilla Wood glue and hot glue. I needed the hot glue just to help hold the wood piece on while the Gorilla Glue set. Continued to work my way around applying the brace pieces and a bit of hot glue to help with the quick hold. I like these little brace pieces. I think this really adds something to the legs to help it really look more like a miniature stool, and I hope you like the finished product. I love the look of this stool, and I think it will look just as cute with a ton of chippy paint and a cow stencil on top. It's just a really cute design. For this project, I'm using a flower shape wood photo frame I found at Dollar Tree, some prang brown tempera paint to give a stain-like finish to the wood. So I kind of paint it on kind of thick and then wipe it off. It gives a really nice color to the wood without having the smell and having to wait as long as you would with a regular stain to dry. And this is what I'm using to embellish my wooden frame, Sola wood flowers. I was sent these by Solawood to use in crafts, and these are what they call their RIP flowers, where maybe a part of the one of the leaves was crushed or a little chip in it, or maybe the dye didn't come through all the way, but I think they're absolutely gorgeous and will look fantastic on my frame. There's a link in the description box to go directly to the Solawood website if you would like to purchase at a discount. When the paint was dry, I decided to remove the backing and to see how it would look if I added a doily onto the center portion as an option to putting in a photo. And I liked the way that looked, so I went ahead to start to cut the portion of the doily out. And once I had that cut, I went ahead and painted the backing for the frame. Then I started to place some of the flowers to see how I wanted to glue them to the frame and which colors I wanted to add. And I'm just placing them all around. And these flowers are super soft and very easy to work with, not scratchy. And I'm really liking these kind of muted tones. And here I'm just showing you how soft the petals look, and it's not scratchy. It's really soft to the touch. And I really love these particular ones. They kind of remind me of like a ranunculus flower. I love these pale blues and mauves and these like natural beigey ivory colors. And this is pretty much going to be the color scheme that I'm going to stick with. So I start to attach these to the frame, and some of them needed to be snipped on the bottom because they were just standing up a little bit too tall, but that was no problem. The flowers are super soft that these detail scissors just snip right through them, and they're able to be glued down to the wood frame with no issue. And as I'm making my way around to my last piece, I start to think, well, I think I might want to add just a few more tiny ones, maybe the powder blue. So I grabbed a couple of those and kind of put those in on the sides as a cute little finishing touch. And I like this extra little pop with this powder blue. I glued 2 tumbling tower blocks onto the back so this frame will stand up. I didn't like the little peg that it came with. It just seemed kind of flimsy. So then I add my piece of lace in the middle and replace that backing piece so that I could stand it up and look at my final product. And here's the completed frame. I really love these gorgeous flowers and the lace. And without the lace, it's just as beautiful. The shabby chic look is so soft and beautiful. And here's a look back at that stool riser. I love this as well. Please, you guys, let me know, what do you think of these shabby chic French farmhouse looks?